The area around the former site of popular nightclub Zouk was a hive of activity this morning. Roads were blocked off and residents living nearby had to be evacuated. That's because a 50-kilogram World War II aerial bomb was discovered at a construction site. The Singapore Armed Forces Explosive Ordnance Disposal Team was brought in to conduct a controlled explosion. The first explosion in Jiak Kim Street was heard at 11 a.m. Slight tremors were felt nearby and passers-by said there was a smell of explosives in the air. Earlier at 7 a.m., residents at condominiums nearby were seen walking out of their homes following police instructions to vacate their units from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. About 600 residential units were affected and roads around the area were closed to traffic by 9:30 a.m. This morning, and he is now here in the studio to tell us more. Welcome, Clement.
Hi.
Now, Clement, this is the first time that you're here on TBS?
Yes, it is.
Welcome. Now, Clement, you were at the site this morning, and of course, the latest update is that the bomb has been safely detonated at 4:35 p.m. What is the situation like now? Have the residents returned to their homes?
The latest that we know is that the relevant authorities are still checking out the structural integrity of the buildings surrounding the area. So BCA, PUB, Singapore Powers, etc. are checking the drainage, are checking whether the condos are okay. The residents have yet to be informed by the police via WhatsApp that they are allowed back into the area. And so we'll just wait till the dust have properly settled and then we'll get more information.
And the site, you were at the site this morning, of course, that's when the operation was carried out. If you could tell us a bit more about what went on this morning.
So at about 7:30, police, about 20 to 30 police officers can be seen around the area. They set up a cordon about 200 meters around the area. Residents were told to vacate by 8 a.m. By 7:50, some of them by 7:15 even. Some of them were already trickling out of their condos, getting ready to get out of the area. So we were at this vantage point quite high up in the building, and we could see that the SAF soldiers were setting up sandbags. From a photo that one of the condo residents sent in, we could also see that they have constructed a concrete block around the explosive. So at about 11 was when we heard the first detonation, could see dust smoke. But from what we know, it wasn't properly detonated then, so more operations were required, and at 4:35 was the final one where it was finally finished.
And on top of that as well, you also spoke to some residents. Were they worried? How did they react?
So we had quite a wide range of responses. One of the more serious ones being someone who had packed an overnight bag. She had decided to go to a nearby hotel to check in to get out of the affected area. She said some of her friends have also flown overseas over the weekend to avoid what was happening today. But there were also others, especially the tourists in the hotel nearby, from the UK, from Israel, who said they have had quite a few experiences with these things back at home. And so they were not too worried. They said the soldiers should have it under control and they would just wait for the latest updates to think of what the next step should be.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Clement, for coming on to the show. Now, we are certainly relieved that the operation went smoothly. Now, for more on this, you can visit our website at straitstimes.com.